January 2nd, 2025. Most New Year's resolutions are bullshit, partly because the people making them are full of shit. So here's the two things that I've learned about success that are probably worth paying attention to. I don't care where you are in life. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background, what your circumstances are. There's two things that are always true about being successful in your job, in your relationship, in your making money, etc., etc. First, you have to act in anticipation of success. You do not get to be successful until you start behaving like somebody who's successful. This movie that came out a decade or 20 years ago, right, called The Secret, the whole secret is think positive. That's complete horseshit. Thinking positive is actually probably demotivating to a lot of people because you feel like you've achieved something by imagining success. It's not that you get to think negative all the time, but it's probably better to be a little bit pessimistic about your chances because that's realistic. It's not thinking positive, it's actually acting in anticipation of success that matters most. By far, this trumps meditation and positive thinking any day. The second thing is you have to have what I call the God principle active in your life. What I mean by that is not necessarily a religious kind of understructure to your belief system, but that you have to have some notion that you're able to look down on yourself and observe your own actions, thoughts, and behaviors. If you can't police your own thoughts, if you can't police your own bad behavior, if you can't put a stop to your time wasting, if you don't look and go, wait a second, am I acting like somebody who deserves to be successful right now? And then put a stop to whatever you're doing and start moving in a direction that would be conducive of actually deserving success, you cannot get there. Nobody else can do this for you. You have to be able to do it for yourself. It's very simple. Whether you think of that as God watching your behavior, whether you think of it as Santa Claus deciding who's been naughty or nice, or whether you have the ability to step outside of yourself to observe what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're acting, what your behavior is, and actually put that into a context that says, this is good for me, this is not good for me. This requires a sense of right and wrong, which most people run from today, which is a huge, huge mistake. This is not moralizing. It's actually, there is a time to actually be very, very disciplined and to be decisive about what is right and what is wrong. If you don't have this, you really don't deserve success. And you can't lie to yourself and say that you do. That's it. Have a great 25. I'll be back tomorrow.
For the last 25 years or more, young men have heard a lot of crazy advice. Almost none of it good, most of it harmful. The trend was always toward greater acceptance of effeminacy. Look around you. How's that working in your world? The simple fact is there are problems only men can solve. That means the world is waiting for you to step up and get your shit together. Your reward is a life of meaning and achievement beyond anything you currently imagine, including wealth, friendships, female attention, respect. There's no currency of greater value. I set off to explore the world when I was 24 years old, and I haven't been off the road since. I've been lucky. I'm a 4-time national champion. I studied medicine with a mentor in the forest of Central America and got hired at top hospitals like Cleveland Clinic. I went to sea with a mentor, built my own boat, and lived on the water for 5 years, all because of mentors. When I needed mechanical skills, I found a mentor. When I became a writer for a major publisher, I hired mentors, selling $40 million in under 3 years. Because mentors give you the ultimate edge, and you're going to need it. If you're young, your biggest obstacles are confusion, distraction, and inexperience. Fortunately, there are solutions that give you power to move forward with clarity and focus. That's why you need to know about Young Men's Mentoring for the 2020s. Young Men's Mentoring for the 2020s is a one-on-one and group coaching mentorship where you and I and a couple of guys talk about things important to you. I even host live events at my Caribbean headquarters and my jungle hideout in Guatemala where I lived for 10 years to study ancient healing practices. Each week I have a story and a lesson to share, but you get priority to ask me anything. It could be about family, money, an idea you have for your life or business, women and the dangers of dealing with young women today. Each month you'll hear from an expert who will talk about the fast path to things like financial security, business development, so you can learn and earn from anywhere. This is the stage in your life where you choose whether you're going to be a man or continue on your path to slavery. If you're seeing this message, you can count yourself lucky, but only if you take action. You will not get a better opportunity in life than the one right in front of you right now today. Join Young Men's Mentoring for 1 month for just $49, and I'll see you on the inside.